Okay, here we go. Torrey Pines, full course. I'm sure this course is somewhere out there. I haven't looked this one up, and maybe it shows with my performance on this tourney, but you'll see. So I'm Texas Paul. I have a site out there, ultimategolf.site, and I'm collecting information about this game. You're welcome to go check it out. Right now I mostly have just clubs up, and but I'll be adding more. So let's start with this par 4, hole 1. So my style, I generally like to overpower my first shot. I use a driver that's got pretty good accuracy of 70, I believe, now that it's the Fusion 3, upgraded since last week. And let's see how I do. There's a lot of crosswind on this tourney. This is actually my first tourney in the upgraded class. So I got promoted between last week and this. So pretty good off the tee. And then we go here to use my Bigfoot. A lot of wind against me. So kind of in a place between clubs here. Doesn't really look good with the headwind. So I'm going to use a wood. And I'm really bad at estimating how my bounces are going to be with woods. I have definitely got to get better at that. So I was pretty right on where I thought I was going to land. Underpowered just a little. But it just kept going. Still on the green. 8.5 yards away. Not too bad, but definitely could have been a little better. And it drops for the bird. So I start off, okay. Then on to hole 2. Got a dog leg right. Flag in the front of the green, right in the middle. This looks pretty easy. Fortunately though, a lot of roll to the right on that fairway and takes me right into the rough. I'm not too far away. Looks like I'll easily be able to make green out of the rough. So if you're going to end up in the rough off a drive, yeah, this hole's not too bad of a hole to do it on. But here we go. Again, on the second hole, end up a good little stretch away from the hole. Not so bad that I'm going to miss, I think, but definitely will affect tiebreaker points. There's the shot, and it drops in there for the birdie. Hole 3 is the first par 3 on this course. This hole is actually used for some tiebreakers I've been in, but not with the flag placement there on the back left corner of the green. We're using a long iron. Wind up and away. My long iron since last week I also upgraded. It's got a lot of backspin now. As you can see. that the hole significantly below the tee. Which is going to make us not bounce too much. And, ooh, got close, but just didn't quite drop it. Just a little over a foot away. Easy, easy putt for the par 3 birdie. So, still in good shape on this tourney. Another par 4. Fairway goes left and then back to the right. Kind of come onto the green on the right side. The pin right in the middle of the green. It really looks, if you're really, really good, aiming at the right edge of the fairway would be a good idea. Personally, though, I like to just get on the fairway and I'll deal with the next shot. But if you're really good off the tee, you really want to be on the right edge of that fairway. And not like me in the rough. Especially since it's a long par 4. I'm going to see if we can't squeeze it onto the green though anyway. Looking pretty good. Except that, not quite. Miscalculated on the wind angle a little there. Which puts us in the rough close to the green, but not exactly where we want to be. So ideally in these tourneys, I think if you want to be in the running for number 1, what you really need to do is you need to get birdies on all the par 3s and 4s, eagles on all the par 5s, and get lucky on one shot, either a par 4 eagle, a hole in 1, maybe an albatross on a par 5, but that's definitely not what I'm doing here. And here on hole 4, this is my first mistake, I think. So, a par on the par 4, hole 4. So, let's put that behind us. Go to the par 4, hole 5. Another long par 4. The fairway curves to the right. The wind's taking us to the left. We end up in a pretty good place. Short iron for eagle. I've got a lot of backspin on my short iron and my long iron. I've been playing Tour 5 a lot, and usually a long iron, but I think there's one tiebreaker with a short iron, and that backspin really comes in handy when you're trying to win a tiebreaker. You don't get a lot of play with a ball after it hits. It really sticks to where it lands. So here, off to the left, got a great left, unfortunately. Probably would have been real close to the hole. But as it is, it's an easy putt for birdie. And it works. So after 5, we're 4 under. Not great, but it could be salvaged, right? This hole, fairway curves to the right. This is our first par 5. It looks very achievable. It's long, but it's not too long. I don't know why the game does that sometimes. You switch balls and suddenly your aiming point is not anywhere near where you were aiming. It's a little bit of annoyance. As you can see, the wind is taking us to the right, which is good because the fairway curves to the right as well. Nice ultimate shot. Hit the fairway or not. And unfortunately didn't come out of that rough. Not looking too good there. 200 yards to the pin, way too far for to make it to the green from the rough, even with the lots top spin I have, the gearhead too. Not crazy far away though, and we might have a shot at this eagle chipping it in. Wind is against us and to the right. We are chipping far enough that it's going to matter. Shot, maybe. Oh, just barely caught the corner of that hole and dropped in for eagle. Yeah. Six holes down, 6 under par. Looking a little bit better. Hole 7, also a par 4. This one is another long par 4 with a thin fairway on Torrey Pines. But unfortunately I hit it to the right, and do we make the fairway? Nope. That's just a heartbreaker when you're just a couple feet away from the fairway. Now we're 197 yards from the pin. We're not going to make it there with a rough iron. But we can surely try to get close. Carried a little further than I meant it to. And back into the rough we go again. Hole's starting to look like a bust. We're not real far away. You know, unlike most golf games, well, I don't play golf, so it's really hard to say, but this seems pretty realistic. You know, it looks like you get a lot of spin control with this club, but the reality is that out of the rough, you really just don't know what's going to happen, and we just go right past that pin. Got on the green, but it doesn't matter. We missed the birdie, didn't make green in regulation, no tiebreaker points, and in my opinion, this hole was a bad hole. That's going to hurt us in the end. So now, at this point, 2 holes we parred, 4 and 7. We're 6 under, but if you want to win, we're probably 2 strokes off the winning score here. Here we are, hole 8. It's a par 3. Wind is with us, tailwind, and to the left. Good shot. It's looking pretty decent. Just didn't have the legs. But another easy birdie putt. on this par 3. So 8 holes down, 7 under par. We go to the par 5 9th hole. Let's hope we pick up an eagle here. This looks like a nice straight fairway all the way to the pin. It's a par 5. It's pretty long, but it's not crazy long. This looks like it might be the easiest one to get a birdie on. All you really got to do is stay out of the rough. Down the fairway, yes. So 313 yards with the first shot. The second shot, we're using a wood. The wind is against us. That's not too great, but we easily can make that green. I don't think I've seen any videos of anyone making an albatross, and unfortunately I went right into the sand. Didn't hit that one straight, and it was really costing me here. Not quite. So 3 to the green on this par 5. Easy birdie putt, but again, I think you should be trying to eagle every par 5. And I didn't here. So that's the end of my front 9. In my opinion, I'm probably 3 holes off of what you really need to be in the running for you know, something real up high in the top 10, in the top 5 even. It's not looking too good for me. I'm 8 under par after 9. Glance up, the leader's at minus 23 at the end. The second place is at minus 20. I'm probably not going to make it there unless I get really lucky with some shots chipping in, either par 4 eagles or maybe a hole in one. So par 4, 10th hole. And down the fairway and stop. No, of course not. That's the kind of day I'm having today. But even from there, it's not so crazy long that you can't make it with a rough iron. You're still in okay shape. Right about now, you might notice I'm not worried about changing balls for these par 4s. I could use a lesser ball, but you know, I really would like to get a decent showing in this tourney, and if it costs me some of my better balls that I've got, well, hey, that's life, I guess. Out of the rough, 3 yards away, easy putt for a bird on this hole 10, par 4. So here we are now, 10 holes in, 9 under par. Continue to do. Hole 11's a par 3. We're coming after this par 3 with a wood. I think I've already mentioned how poor my my wood play is. Here again, I'm way short. I always expect it to go long, and it sometimes does, sometimes doesn't. Not in this case. I think this game, elevation changes really, really matter. Probably should be evaluating that, but made the putt, got the bird. Now we sit 10 under par after 11. We go on to hole 12, another par 4. This one looks a little longer. Fairway cuts to the right a little bit, not too bad though. Wind is going to help us some. Fairway, keep going, buddy. That ball just keeps going and going. Into that button. 321, nice drive. Here we go, short iron at the pin. That pin's really close to the left-hand edge of the green there. With a pretty stout crosswind, that makes it a little tricky. But luckily, my short iron has lots of backspin, so I can land real close to that pin. Just account for the side wave. Not quite enough, but got real close. Easy putt for the par 4 birdie. So we'll move on. Now 11 under par after 12 holes. The 13th hole is a par 5. That is a thin fairway. And the green looks kind of interesting too. Ultimate shot there. Fairway, stay on the fairway, keep going, buddy. You know, from here it looks like I will not be making that green in 2. Except, once we get there, we get down there with the clubs. Look at that. Looks like we can make it, but it's going to be tricky because we're going to be bouncing that first bounce onto that little lead up to the green there. And then use side spin or curl or something to get towards the pin. Let's see if we adjust it for wind properly. Give it a little extra curl. Ultimate shot. Will it hit? Just barely on that fairway. Bounced out in pretty good shape. 5 3/4 yards away, but 5 3/4 yards away from an eagle. So in reality, a pretty good place to be. Drop that eagle. So now after 13, we are 13 under. 13 was not unlucky for me today. It's moving us up in the standings pretty good. It's still not a good place. Again, in my estimation, I'm roughly three strokes off of the lead that I would expect. Here 14, another par 4. The placement of the pin there on the back right corner of the green, that looks a little tricky with the bunkers out in front. But luckily enough, we got to where we could take that shot with a short iron, looks like. Now here's an interesting thing about the game. I don't know if you noticed that, but the line went red, and that's what you usually see when you're hitting a tree or something. This is definitely a little bit of a glitch in the game. I don't know what it thinks I'm going to hit, but somehow the game thinks that I'm going to hit something. I think somebody should probably take a look at that. As a developer, I completely understand how painful it is sometimes to find bugs, like maybe that one. Unfortunately, I great lefted it, and yet we're going to end up just to the left of the hole. Probably would have been in really nice shape, but it's not so bad. Yard and a half from the pin. Easy putt for hole 14 birdie. Under, 14 holes. On to the 15th we go. Hole 15. I definitely think Torrey Pines, if I had to say something you know from Torrey Pines, it's really, really thin fairways on this course. Or maybe they just feel thin because, well, a lot of crosswind in some of these holes for this tourney. So there, I hit a great right shot, but it didn't affect me too bad. Still on the fairway, not in bad shape at all. Using a short iron towards the hole, it looks like. Great right at it, except that might have been good. Stop rolling. 5 yards away. It'd been nice to be closer, but still an easy putt for this hole 15 birdie. 3 holes left. See how we do. Hole 16. I think this is our last par 3. So if we can get there with a wood. A lot of elevation dropping. Let the wind take me a little further than I thought it would, and didn't quite get as much roll as I wanted. Ended up 3 1/3 yards away. 10-foot putt. Still pretty easy to get this last par 3 birdie. Now there is 2 holes left, 17 and 18. 17, par 4. Great right. Wind took me to the left. Ended up pretty close to the middle of the fairway. Not bad at all. And on the left side of the fairway, that doesn't look like fun, does it? Coming out of here with a short iron. We're going to use a lot of left spin to not have to try to land as far left as we otherwise would. Man. 7 feet from the hole for an easy birdie. And then hole 18 is a par 5. I like courses that end with a par 5. It makes it really interesting. You never know. Are you going to make a birdie? Are you going to get an eagle? Are you going to completely mess up and end up with just a par? Who knows? This looks like a long par 5. And making it even more difficult is that you've got that dog leg left right at the end of the fairway coming into the green. That's a little tricky. Great left of this and ended up, where will we end up? Stop! No. No, we'll end up in the rough. So, I can probably kiss my eagle goodbye. Barely. That's really the way that this day went. Insult to energy. Will we end up in the rough again? No! Lucky bounce, and we stay on the fairway. Still a bit of a stretch, but maybe, just maybe, we can chip it in. Salvage this hole. But in the end, 8 feet away from the hole, it's going to be really easy to get a birdie on this and end up with a final score of -18. Which sounds good, but I really think on this course, you should really be aiming at -22, maybe -23. So there I am in 10th place. I doubt I'm going to finish anywhere near there, I might stay in the top 20, I suppose. And yeah, I mean, a respectable score, but not at all what I was hoping to get. And in case you're wondering, let me show you what clubs I'm using. My driver, it's a Fusion 3, lots of power, good accuracy. It's overall just a really nice driver. My wood is a Viking. The accuracy kind of sucks, but it's got great power and pretty good topspin too. My long iron is short iron I use because of their backspin. So it's good distance and also good backspin there. My short iron, again, good distance, good backspin. My wedge is it's a Zeus 2. It's got good shot view. I really like shot view in my wedge. Rough iron, I'm usually going after distance with my rough iron and my sand iron. A shot view out of the sand iron is pretty nice to have too, because often you're chipping in out of the sand onto the green that's close. And then of course the normal putter that everybody has. So there you go. Thanks.